Jesus wants to speak, so I'm going to speak with Jesus. Come, divine will, come speak in my speaking. Come breathing my breathing, come thinking my thinking. November the 23rd, 1926. Threats of chastisements. As I was in my usual state, my always lovable Jesus made himself seen in my interior. His face leaned out from within my breast, his eyes sparkling with light, looking far away. Within that light I too looked, and I could see rivers overflowing, seas swelling and going out of their shore, ships being swept away, towns submerged by water, storms carrying away everything which they invested, and many other evils, which, while they seemed to take respite in one point, regained their fury in another point. How frightening it was to see the water, the wind, the sea, the earth, armed by divine justice to strike the poor creature. So I prayed my highest good that he would placate himself and withdraw the command to make justice, which he had given to these elements. And my sweet Jesus, throwing his arms round my neck and clasping me tightly to himself, made me feel his justice. I felt myself succumbing, and my sweet Jesus sighing told me, "My daughter, I can take no more. It is necessary that my justice follow its course. You do not become alarmed at what you see, but rather occupy yourself with the kingdom of the eternal fiat. I am mainly suffering and afflicted because of the great evils which will occur, and abandoning myself in the adorable will of my Jesus, I enclosed in it all the thoughts, gazes, words, works, steps, and heartbeats, so that all might love and ask together with me that the kingdom of the divine fiat may come and be soon established in the midst of the human generations." It's clear that God has armed nature against us. It's crystal clear. The storms, I mean, here I am in England, and within a few weeks of the new, as it were, kind of the Met Office year starting, where they start to rename storms and things like that. We've had several named storms causing damage, causing floods, causing all sorts of chaos in the country, particularly in the west of England and over Ireland. In other parts of the world, there's hurricanes, there's tornadoes, there's infections, there's infestations with insects and other animals. Nature's fighting against us, and rightly so. The human family has fallen into such a pit of sin, and nature has no right to put up with this because nature was created as for us to be in harmony with it. The irony is that you have all these people yelling out for us to save the planet and protect the environment, but their lifestyles, their sinful behavior, their pro-abortion lives, their pro-contraception, that's what's destroying the environment, not somebody digging a hole for some oil. It's our sinful behavior which is destroying the environment. Well, not destroying it, but causing it to wage war on us. This is what we're seeing. We're seeing the nature waging war on humanity because God has armed it. God has armed nature against us. And what's the solution? There is only one solution, and it's not about lying down in the middle of a road to stop traffic. There's only one solution. Okay? Do not become alarmed at what you see. Rather, occupy yourself with the kingdom of the divine fiat. My dear children of the divine will, my dear brothers and sisters who are saying yes to this most extraordinary gift that God is giving us in this millennium, Do not be alarmed at the hurricanes, the tornadoes, the floods, the seas raging, the volcanoes. Do not be alarmed. Jesus says, do not be alarmed at what you see. Be occupied with the kingdom. Seek first the kingdom. Occupy yourself with doing your acts. With just doing what Louisa does. As soon as Jesus says, occupy yourself, Louisa immediately enclose in your adorable will all thoughts, gazes, words, works, steps, and heartbeats. So she immediately occupies herself with the kingdom of the divine fiat, knowing that this is the only solution to everything that the world is currently facing. There is no government that can solve this. There is no tax that can solve this, because that's often the way they go. There is no strike that can solve this. There is no sitting down in the road that can solve this. The only resolution is in the kingdom of the divine fiat. It's the only resolution we have. So I strongly encourage you, keep doing your acts in the divine will. Do not be alarmed at what you see around you. Do the hours of the passion. Therein lies your protection from all the chastisements. Do not be alarmed. Peacefully get on with doing with establishing the kingdom of the divine fiat, as Jesus has told you to. Let's get on with the task. Jesus has given us one thing to do. Let's do it. Fiat.